to figure it all out. So that's where we are right now. But that's a great question, Mallory.
Yes, you would write. They wouldn't understand the words that you wrote in the letter. That your vocabulary is so far up here. You'd have to bring it down to like a 4th grade level for them to understand bibliophile. You know that's right. Thank you so much. I think it's just there's no letter. I mean they can do whatever they want to.
Yeah. But we got ourselves in a good position. I mean we have been probably
Thank
through
you.
6 different banks. We getting kicked out of banks, getting kicked out of card processor. It's always something, but I don't even bat an eye at it anymore because it's just what it does. But we're moving to the end, and that's getting the product to where you all can have it, and getting you a product you can count on. That is probably our largest thing that we take pride in, is that if you see something on the App Standard website that you know you can trust where it came from, you can know that it's vetted, you can know that it's grown with us with love and care and all the great things that we put into it. So that's the big thing that we want to do, is just let you know that anything that we do have that's underneath the Ross Farm App Standard logo, that it's something you can count on, you can trust, and you can know is a great product.
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you very much. But yeah, so we were talking about the tinctures and how it's a great place to start, and then I guess we can move over to now, or probably well, I think the last one is the pet tincture again, because I love our pets. Our pets are our best friends, are our family, and I hate to admit it, but sometimes, like, whenever we're trying these products out, like, I'm like, I wonder if that's going to work or not. Like, I am a skeptical son of a gun all the time. So it was like 3 years ago, and we were getting ready to watch the fireworks, and we had our dog Hank, which is our little white Westie, with us, and we had, I think, Berkeley was still alive then, and we had.
No, I think we had all the.
No, it was Nushi, not Nushi.
It was
Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki. Crazy Nikki.
It was Nikki, Lila, and Berkeley. And we were getting ready to start the fireworks. We're getting ready to start. And Hank was just losing his mind, barking at everything, running all over the place, just making everybody frustrated. And then Amy's like, well, let's get him some tincture and see what happens. So we got Hank some tincture. We gave it to him. And I kid you not, it was like 10 or 15 minutes after he took it. Hank sat there. He just sat back on his bottom and just watched the fireworks like, oh, those are really nice. It's really pretty.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
He just completely stopped barking, and it just relaxed him. So that's why I wanted to, again, just hit on this pet tincture we have. It's in the 15 ml bottle. Again, it's very affordable, but I know we all love our pets like we love our human friends. So it's just something great to help them and take the stress away from them. But once we did it, now Hank comes up to us, he's like, hey, I need my green, or I need my golden juice so I can enjoy the fireworks. So
we have another question for you.
All right, got another question.
Jenny wants to know why THCA was pulled off the website.
Okay, so Jenny was wondering why was the A flower pulled off the website. So our website that we have for App Standard now is located on Shopify. That's the shop that it's in. And Shopify came and changed, or I guess they changed or revamped their policy and went in and removed the A flower from our site.
Even though other companies still have it on theirs.
It doesn't matter.
I know, I just had to say it.
But removed it from the site and sent us an email saying that, if we didn't remove it from the site, we would be shut down. So they have provided us with great service up to that point. They've been good to us. So we had another website already built out, so we had to just go and modify it. That's our WooCommerce site. Brent's working on it as we speak, so we should have the new website up and running by tomorrow, and then the A flower will be on there tomorrow, and by the start of next week we should have the vapes on there. And I'm also going to add a cannabis corner, so to speak, like Jesse's pick.
Maybe
I'm
don't
going
say
to have.
that word. Maybe don't say that word anymore.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But it's going to be like basically a specific one that we're getting that I really like, that I think people would enjoy. So we're going to offer that on there, and just as we sell out of it, we'll keep it on there until it's sold out, then just get another one on there. But we're really excited about that, and really excited about what's to come. But it was a crappy situation, but it's just what we do. We have to pivot, move, and then keep on trucking. But not a big deal. We're used to it. We're battle hardened to it. We're calloused, and
I don't know if we're calloused. It still hurts.
I know.
It still hurts a little
but
bit.
It's just know that there's no quit in this. We will always find a way to get it to a place to where you guys can use it. That's
and we'll
the
probably
bottom line.
have a link somehow through our one website to get you to there. So
yes, we'll have a link probably on a. What do you think? Is it a header?
Yeah, it'll be our banner.
It'll be a banner. So at the top of the screen will probably be a banner, which will have a link on it, and then we'll also have the new website located in our tree, our link tree. It'll be in there, I believe.
yeah.
so that way you can get to it. Ship out of the same place. Everything's exactly the same. We just have to be discreet or change how we do it so we can list it as a product that we have for sale. So
Even though
it is what it is.
It's legal.
But here we are. All right, well, let me get going on to the next. So we talked about our tinctures. The next thing I'd like to do is just kind of talk about probably our biggest product lines that people like is the candy. The candy side of the house, everybody really enjoys the candy. So I figured I would start with where we started, and that was with our original Bougie Bears. So this is a big bag, of course, but we really just started out with our Bougie Bears. It took Amy, I don't know, several months of convincing me to make candy.
I was in the beta test kitchen in my house to start, just to get it dialed in. You know, it took a while to
So it was the first candy that we started to work on, and then once it took off, I mean, I really think like Lauren says, it broke the internet. But these Bougie Bears, I still think, I don't know that there is a better gummy out there. Like, I really don't know that there's a better gummy out there. I really don't. Taste wise, I know they are not natural 100%, but you know, some things are just better, not natural, if you ask me. Like that Red 40 is really good.
I know you like your.
I haven't had any Red 40 in forever.
Well, and it shows. I'm
Really?
just kidding, no.
Yeah, it does.
It's
But the Bougie Bears, they are 15 milligrams of goodness packed into each bear. Each 10-count bag comes with 150 milligrams of Bougie Bear in there. So the small bags are 10 bears, and the large bags are 50 bears. But they are probably they are our most highest selling product that we have at the farm.
They're most popular.
I believe up to this point, I think there have been about 65,000 bags that have left the farm. So it is definitely
I thought
one.
it was more than that.
It may be more than that.
thought we were like
I was just
100,000.
looking. It may be 100,000. It's definitely one of these. It is
It's a
the
lot of
most
bags.
sought after bear on
Oh
the
yeah.
market. if
Okay,
you
we
ask
have
me.
somebody who says, let's see who, Punk 517 says they love the. Wait. Someone said they loved the ropes. The ropes. Yeah. Punk.
The
Punk.
bears are. She said the bears are OG, but the ropes are where it's at. Now I do agree with you. I do agree with you, Punks 517. I like things in the extreme, pretty much is where we're at. So bigger, better, faster, more. But the Bougie ropes, I think this was the last one that we came up with. No, that was the flower power.
Nah, we've come up with some
This is probably in the middle of the pack. But the thing that's neat about this is that if you love sweets, I mean, this definitely gets it done. But it has 45 milligrams per rope. So there are 3 ropes per bag. So it is definitely, I mean, it is loaded with goodness. But I definitely, I try to eat. You know, I like to try to see how many I can eat without getting sick.
I do not advise. Don't
without
do
getting
that.
anything.
Don't do. Why do you do that?
But I did on the Bougie ropes. I think I ate like 10 of them one time, and I definitely slept. It was a very restless sleep because I think the amount of
It was
sugar
just
flowing through my
too-
blood,
yeah, too
along
much.
with the CBD, kind of was like a Benny and a whatever. It was just
God,
one.
it's
It was
too
going
many.
like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
It was all out of control. But if you're looking for something that packs a punch, these are definitely a great way to go, and they're also so delicious. Sally Ann does a wonderful job making theirs so good.
Are we doing free bougies during this hour?
We are good. Any order, you know, any
If anybody
order
orders while we're on.
that orders while we're here talking, we'll get free Bougie Bears. We'll make sure that's taken care of. But again, I'm not really looking at the orders. We will make sure that your order is taken care of with a free bag of Bougies when it's getting sent out to you. So we talked about the Bougie ropes, the Bougie Bears, and then let's go with kind of some of the other gummies that we have. We have the Pucker Up
I've eaten.
gummies. This is, you can tell
Amy has demo bag.
Amy has been in this bag. She's like a little mouse. But these right here, the Pucker Up sour gummies, they're a sour, like a.
It's like it's not. They're not like Sour Patch. Not quite that.
They're not a sour patch.
But they're just like
they have a good
It's a
flavor
good flavor, and we're just recently there is some information coming out about how you know if you're having anxious moments or panicky moments, that eating sour things can help offset that, kind of bring you back down into a good place and not in that panic and anxious feeling.
Mhm.
So that they kind of come at 2 angles. You have the full spectrum CBD, but then plus you have the fact that they're sour. So sucking on sour things or chewing sour things help someone who's going through having an anxious moment, or I'm not gonna say I don't know about a full blown panic attack. I just saw that it's on the news the other day. They were talking about that. So.
And then we just talked about some of the candy, but one thing I really did want to talk about again. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know.
Punk
and I will.
517 helps my wife with her anxiety for sure.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome.
that's so wonderful.
Well,
Me too.
one thing I did want to talk about, because whenever we are on TikTok, and that's why we didn't get on TikTok today, so we can talk about some of the flour and whatnot. But I did want to make sure I did hit on that. We really we just aren't allowed to talk about it on whenever we're doing live streams on TikTok, but we are allowed to mention it here since we're really not selling it here on this live stream. But like that is where I fell in love with it. Like I'm 46 right now. I'm 46 years old. I basically went through my entire life, served in the Marine Corps, retired from the Marine Corps, started the company, the landscaping company in 2014, and then the farm in 18. And I still had never used any cannabinoids ever in my life. And it was about, maybe, I don't know, I keep on saying 3 years ago, but maybe it's 4 years
It's been
now.
like,
Probably
Jesse,
4
it's
years
been
now.
more like 5 at this point.
Or 2020 is when I started.
Is that when you started?
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
it's before that. You tried it before that.
Not till I jumped into it, because that's
I
whenever I
mean-
quit everything was 2020.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, that's
But-
true. That's
But I started with the flower, and the flower is really unique because there's just like part of it's like a ceremony to me. That's kind of how I like
like
there's
ritual.
it's like a ritual. Like I can do the vape and bam, 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 and it's done, and it's effective and it's fast, and here I am. But there's just something about like just breaking bread and sitting down and smoking. Like there's just something about that. And again, I'm not a big smoker. Matter of fact, I smoked
Marlboros.
I smoked a daggone Marlboro menthols. Whenever I was met Amy and Lauren and everything, and it was, God, it was a long time ago. Lauren one time came up to me,
13 years ago, probably.
probably 13 years ago. And I wasn't a smoker. Like I hated smoke. Like I couldn't stand it. Like if I smelled it, it made me just sick to my stomach. But whenever I was drinking alcohol, I always had to have a smoke. I loved to smoke. So Lauren asked me one time, she says, why do you smoke cigarettes? And I was like, I have no idea. I don't have a reason. It's just what I do. And she said, do you think you could quit? And I said, I definitely could. And she said, well, you should quit. And then that was the last time I ever smoked a cigarette. So, but there's just something that goes along with that smoking. Like it's nice to sit down, and it's a way to kind of relax and just really become unwind.
Just unwind a little bit.
But so once we started growing this thing, like I was just amazed of all the different, like I didn't know what terpenes were. I didn't know where are all these smells coming from, all these different smells. What makes this smell like this? Why does this one smell so much different? So, through research and learning, we started growing this one cultivar called Cherry Mom. And the first time that we smelled Cherry Mom, the very first one we grew was cherry wine, and it had that stinky sativa smell, like, just a different smell. It was just a different cheesy smell is what it was.
Yeah, it's cheesy.
And then we got the Cherry Mom and the Cherry Uno. And that is whenever I fell in love with flower, because I had a preconceived mindset of what this flower was going to smell like and what it was going to be like based on the cherry wine that we grew first. And then we brought in the Cherry Mom and the Cherry Uno, and it was completely different. It smelled like we were growing oranges everywhere. Like it just had a really deep citrus smell. And it was almost like one of the ones you just smelled it and it made you smile. Like it just like, oh wow, that does something to you. So then we learned about like the terpenes, and I was like, oh, it's more about terpenes than it is cannabinoids.
Or just as much. I think.
Or it's good to understand how the terpenes interact with the cannabinoids and how the cannabinoids interact with terpenes. So that's where we ended up at. But we started with the Cherry Mom and the Cherry Uno, and that's whenever I really fell in love with the flower. I was like, this is amazing. Like you can have the same plant, but it does something completely different. Like this one does different than what this one does, than what this one does. And then Amy went out as we were like, all right, we have to stay ahead of this and really start getting as many cultivars as we can. That way we can find the ones that are most effective. So Amy went out, and then she found the babe of them all, or I think the two that are the best babes that we have, and that's the Abacus and the Harley Cat. I am a Abacus, like I will scream from the rooftops. I'm not a big fan of the Harley Cat. It's just not my thing.
Well,
it's just not my thing. But there are flowers that aren't my thing, and there are flowers that are my thing. Like I will trade everything in the world for this one flower because I love it. And that's what I always tell people. It's like, if your nose tells you that you like it, then your body's going to enjoy it. And that's really how I say about flower. Like your body's going to tell you what you like by the smell of it. Yeah. It's just going to let you know. And that ancientness of smelling, the sense of smell, it saves us. So it's really, really cool about the Abacus and the Cherry Mom, Cherry Uno. But I think, in my opinion, and I think I could back it up with the COA, the certificate of analysis, is that the Abacus pound for pound is the best one when it comes to terpene profiles. Like it has the largest variety of terpenes, as well as the highest quantity of terpenes in the flower itself. And it also comes from a great lineage. It comes from Purple Roll and OG Kush. So, anything OG is great. But if you're looking at starting off a flower, I would say the Harley Cat, the Cherry Mom, Cherry Uno, or the Abacus. Those are my
OGs,
four.
But we have so many new.
Oh, we have so many new
cultivars.
ones.
I mean, we have so many new ones.
I want to know what your favorite new babe is.
My favorite new one
The new, like the A flower.
is the cakeberry brulee.
Okay, the A flower or not A flower?
Not A flower. The newest. My newest
A flower.
A flower. Is the OG Kush. I love OG Kush, and I love the berry, the blueberry. Yeah, they're all very phenomenal.
I know that
they're all
cake.
delicious.
Sugar cube.
Sugar cane.
Sugar cane.
Sugar cane is delicious.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll tell you this: on all four of the flower, the TA or the A flower. Sorry, I might have said something. But all four of the A flowers are phenomenal. Like, you can't go wrong with them. They are very effective. They are more effective than anything that you have tried from us before. Like, they are that effective.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
They are powerful, and they're
it might not be for everyone too.
It may not be for everyone. But one way that I suggest, if you're seeking out more medicinal use for it, which I would strongly recommend, mixing it with something is really good. And again, it's going to save you money. But if you go with the OG Kush, do you guys grow the A flower as well? Yes, we do. We're actually getting ready to have a big old harvest of it. Somebody says, where can I get the A flower? Who was that? Carrie. We had to take it off our original website because of Shopify's policy changed. We're building out a new website as we speak, and we should be launching the flower tomorrow on the new website, as well as the vapes, in about 3 days after that. So the new website will be on our website. You'll be able to see it on the banners, and we'll also have it in our link tree, and we'll get it out.
Don't say VAPES anymore.
Okay, and we'll also put it out in our newsletter, so we'll be able to get that to you guys as well. But please check it out. It's really good, and it's great to mix with the other flower. If you're looking to get more out of it, it's really good for that. As well as, you're basically, how do I want to say it? You're basically taking something that's already good and making it that much better. And just making it fuller.
So you're saying, like, take some the A.
So what I like to do is to take
and
the A
abacus,
flower,
let's say.
like abacus, because it's OG Kush and purple Urple. So I like to take the abacus, and I'll do like half of the abacus, and I'll mix that with the A flower, and then I'll use that. That's what I'll use to.
That's a nice
smoke.
blend.
It's a really nice blend. And you will be amazed on what the feeling is that you get from that. It's unlike getting from the A. It's unlike that. It's unlike the mild relaxation. It's something that's in between. That's really, really nice, and it's a little more long term. So it's really, really nice. But just the girl said, no worries at all. Just trust y'all so much. I want to get my stuff from a trusted source. Well, you can always trust us. That is one thing that I guarantee until the day I no longer walk this earth, that it'll be good on this website. It'll be as good as it gets. But we will have that out tomorrow. And again, thanks for your patience on it. We never like whenever things get taken down, or we have to pivot and move a different direction. But we're always willing to do so, and we'll do it as fast as we can and get you guys in a good position. So thanks for the question, and thanks for the support. We really appreciate it very much. But on the flower, we have the Stoke sticks are also another great delivery system, and it kind of leads back to what we were talking about with the oil.
Stoke sticks, aka VAPES.
VAPES are Stoke sticks. But like, if you're gonna use the cannabinoids and the terpenes to just help you get through your day and give you that just natural wellness, the tinctures are just like it's just like eating a meal. That's how I say it. Like, you're gonna try to eat 3 meals a day, 5 meals a day, whatever you're doing, but just develop it into your routine. And then as you do that, you'll see, like, the petty things that used to bother you, they just won't bother you as much. Then as you start to just develop this higher sense of your endocannabinoid system working, things that used to bother you just won't bother you as much, because you're in a better place mentally. So using the tincture is just a good way to get you to that place. And then as you have flare-ups, like if something happens, like you have knee pain, or you hurt your elbow or shoulder in the gym, or you're running and your legs are hurting, like whenever you have something that kind of pops up, that's a great place to use the combustibles, because it happens so fast. Like if you use the vaporizer, it's going to be instantaneous. In a few seconds, you're going to feel the effects of that. If you're smoking the flower as a combustible, it's going to hit you immediately. So the oil is more of a it's going to take some time to take effect, but it's going to be a long-term effect. So 4, 5, 6 hours is what the oil is going to last you. The flower and the vapes are going to be more like 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes. Sorry, the Stoke sticks are going to be more like 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes, but it's really good to squash something. So if I'm going to the dentist, this is a great thing. I hate going to the dentist. I try to go like once a decade. For real, I try to go once a decade. But I had to have a tooth pulled. I'm embarrassed. I haven't had a freaking tooth pulled because I was a knucklehead.
Whatever.
And when I was in the Marine Corps, I opened up a beer bottle with my mouth and chipped my tooth, and I didn't never have it looked at. But I went to the dentist the first time, and they were digging around my mouth, and I was like, damn, that hurts like a son of a gun. Like, ugh. So next time I was like, one time bad on me, 2 times, or 1 time bad on you, 2 times bad on me. I sat out in the parking lot and I just ripped down a Stoke stick for about 30 minutes. And I went in there and I was like, I was like floating on a
I
cloud.
could take all my teeth out.
I went in there and just totally changed the entire game of it. Like I wasn't anxious, I wasn't feeling weird. It just totally changed it. But like the tincture is good for long term, like for the whole day long. And then if you're having ailments or battling with arthritis, battling with things like that, the combustibles, the vaporizer or the combustible, smoking the flower is the way to go, because it really knocks that down and gets it to where you can control it with a tincture. If that makes sense to you guys out there.
Talk about the body care, Jess. I can hear it.
Okay, yeah, we get into the body care, and again, this is
We just released this, by the way.
I have
Talk about that
I have
for a second.
seen this with my own eyes of
We're gonna talk about
people who use the skincare products, and they come in here and like they show me, like, here's my hand right now, and I'll say one person, Joe, which came in here, and he was Air Force for 30 years, but his knuckles were probably the size of a silver dollar. They were huge. I mean, his knuckles were probably that big around, and in Air Force for 30 years, and he started to use the salve. He asked, what do we have that would help him out with? I basically told him to start with the extra strength tincture and the salve.
Pull my pants up.
So Joe started using the salve, and he came back in, and I kid you not, it was the next week. So it was like a week later. He came in, say, a Tuesday, and then came back the next Tuesday, and his hands looked like mine did. Like it reduced the swelling
Really?
in his hands, and he said he had
Oh,
not been
Joe.
able to use his hands like that in over 30 years. So, like, whenever things happen to me like that, like whenever I can see things with my eyes and it validates it for me, that's whenever I was like, this was an early product, and it's like, we have got to keep on doing this. And whenever crazy things happen, it's like you see something like this work for somebody who's been in pain and just getting through life, just dealing with it, and then see that now they can do other things because they're not just in pain, dealing with painful situations. It's amazing. So this is the salve. We have the salve. This is the tropical salve, and we also have the menthol salve. The menthol salve, we're hoping that we'll have it restocked around the 11th to the 15th. But we do have the tropical salve now. Each one of these is 500 milligrams of CBD, and this is full spectrum. This is full spectrum goodness. Like, the salve is as potent from the plant as we can get it legal. Like, it is as full spectrum, full strength as we can get to the plant. So it works in ways that nothing else will work. So if you have somebody in your life, or you have a parent, grandparent, somebody who's going through life with just a lot of ailments that cause them pain, joint pain, muscle pain, like, this is where you want to start out with. And this lasts for a long time. Like, I mean, it's a pea
You wanna
size.
open it?
No, don't open it. But it may be not
Well,
even
you already
not
messed it
even
up.
like a pea size. Don't worry about it. Not even like a pea size goes such a long
You
way.
already
So
messed it up. Might as well
I would
open
say
it.
if you're using this every day,
I'm opening it.
it'll probably last you, I would say, what do you think, Lauren? 2 weeks, 2 months?
It smells It smells good.
Yeah, I mean, it smells delicious. But
It smells really
I would
good.
say a minimum of 2 months is what you're going to
Oh
get
gosh,
out
I
of
have
one of
had
these.
I've had the menthol. I
If
have
not
one.
5 months.
My gosh, I have.
It's-
It'll last a long time. It's great.
It goes a long, long
Yeah,
way.
That lasts a long time.
But if you go to the COA and look at this pound for pound against anything else out there, like, this is what it's all about. And the cutting power, the fact that we use our full spectrum crude oil for this is that it's loaded with terpenes, and terpenes are able to cut through your skin and get down deep into your muscles and joints. So it is loaded with, like, the terpenes are, I mean, it is packed tight full of terpenes. Like, we can't get any more in there. So the way it gets to your body, your muscles and your joints is just, it's unbelievable. So it's a great product to start off with if you're having problems with joint pain, with muscle pain, inflammation. Amy's
Cramps.
used it on me, like on poison ivy. She just put it on it. She don't care. She just throws it on me anywhere.
Cramps, headache.
Headaches.
I put it like on my temples.
trying to think of any-
Bottoms of your feet too.
Works really good for that. But again, it's like, it's an oil product, but pound for pound, like, you cannot get something like this as good as it gets, if you ask me. The salve. So
Oh wow.
it comes in a 500 milligrams per tin, and we have the menthol and we have the tropical. Kayla says, "Hi y'all, salve story. I gave the salve as a present, they told me to use it on a burn, and it healed in just days."
I have heard
Yeah,
the same
we've
exact
heard the
thing.
same
And so
thing.
who told us that? Mom?
Yes, your mother.
Was it mom? Someone.
Your
yes.
mom.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean,
It's
it's all natural. We use all natural products in it.
it is. It's all natural, but it is really, really great. And if you're looking, if you want to help somebody out who's having problems, it's a great place to start because they're not taking something in their mouth and they're actually going to develop a trust of the product. And it's a great thing as you're introducing new people to it, like developing trust with a product that you can rub on rather than consume through your mouth. It's a good place to start because then it opens up that proof window. Like, oh my gosh, it does work, and then they may be willing to try other things and attack the problem from different angles.
And then this product, we can't ignore this. When everybody loves the Glow Up.
So the Glow Up, I think, was another one that we rolled out right before Christmas. Was a game changer. But the Glow Up, this is 8 ounces total in the jar, and there's 1,000 milligrams of CBD in the Glow Up. Again, this one smells so good. Like, I don't mind using it myself. It smells pretty damn good.
Sometimes he'll use it in his beard.
My beard.
But it's super moisturizing on top of the fact that you do have the full spectrum CBD in there.
Full spectrum CBD and the value. Again, it's not about just having 1,000 milligrams. It's what else is in there with that, and that's again the terpene profile and all the other cannabinoids that are in there with this being at its full spectrum. But again, the value in this is I say this is again like these products are going to last you for several months. It's not like you're going to the grocery store and putting a quarter in a little thing and you're getting a toy you'll play with until you get home. Like these are meant to get you through not 1 month, not 2 months, most likely 3 months. And then the liquid gold again 3 months. If you're 150 pounds to 100 pounds, you can probably get 3 months out of that thing. Once you start needing a little more, it'll go a little faster. But that's just because of your body weight. You're going to need more because it's all stored in your fat cells. So you need to have a little bit more. And then staying on the products of the body line or body care products.
Body care.
The Redneck Riviera. Again, Amy, I think, and Lauren came up with this name because we love Myrtle Beach. We've had great memories going there over our lives together, and so we got this Redneck Riviera, and it's in a smaller.
It's a little smaller
container now,
yeah.
Because we wanted to get the price point a little lower to you. And each one of these is 500 milligrams in the Redneck Riviera. So you have 8 milliliters here, and there's 1,000, and then you have, is this 4, right?
4, I think it's 4 ounces.
4 ounces.
4 ounces.
4 ounces here, which is 500. So you can have the Redneck Riviera, and Amy, I'll let you talk about this one because I haven't used this one much. I don't believe I ever used it. So what would you say about it?
I love to stack the Redneck Riviera and the Glow Up. I use the Glow Up when I get out of the shower. Well, I'll put this on I'll kind of mix the two up. When I get out of the shower, I'll use both these together, and I love it. And this reminds me of being at the beach. And so our Redneck Riviera for me is Myrtle Beach. Everybody has a Redneck Riviera. Mine's Myrtle Beach. So this reminds me of Myrtle Beach. It smells a little tropical. And right now in the wintertime, I could sure use a little tropical vibe because it's winter and kind of depressing. But so I really like to have this because it reminds me of the beach and it makes me happy. So.
And I will say one thing on these. I did have a question for the muscle gel and the Redneck Riviera. There is a seal that goes inside of them whenever we seal them up. There's a seal that goes there at the top of it. But whenever you open it, you'll see the seal probably sometimes gets stuck to the top of the cap. But they are sealed up, so that way you're not caught off guard or think something's sketch at best. But again, Redneck Riviera is awesome, and then I'll talk about the muscle gel. This is the Soothe Operator CBD muscle gel.
Hi, baby. Just every time I watch y'all's live, my daughter literally thinks it's FaceTime, and she says hi to y'all and blows y'all kisses a million times. Aww.
That's awesome.
Hi, baby. What's her name?
That's awesome. Redneck Riviera is back in stock. Hey, Kayla. Oh, it's Kayla. Salve story.
That's the one you just read.
So, Kayla, we are going to be reaching out to you soon, probably today or tomorrow, and I'll talk about that at the end. But the last one on the body care was the
Riding Grain Drops.
On the product or the skincare was the CBD muscle gel, and that's the Soothe Operator. Again, this is 4 ounces. It's 1,000 milligrams. And again, this is more if I were to say compare it to somebody, I'd say more of like a. It's not an icy hot. It's like a hybrid.
Somebody says it's like Tiger, or it's like a gel. So this is water. It's like
Water
aloe
based.
base. It's aloe based. So if you're wanting to, you're having let's say you're having like knee pain or shoulder pain, and you're getting ready for work, and you don't want to have something sitting on top of your skin. This you can rub it on, and it's going to soak in pretty quickly. The salves, it's more like if you need to massage the area and you have some time and you don't maybe want to get it on your clothes, and it does soak in too eventually. It's just not as quick. It doesn't soak in as quickly. But this I like. It's like what'd you say?
Hey,
Parker.
Parker.
Hi, baby.
Aw.
Mwah.
Hey, Parker.
Mwah. Hi, baby. Hi.
But like whenever I fell off the greenhouses a few years ago, I did my elbow. Amy,
You dislocated.
I
your
dislocated my elbow, and Amy would rub the. Well, I'll tell you, I didn't take anything.
elbow. No, you
Zero.
didn't.
I didn't take any medicine at all. Zero anything other than cannabinoids. But Amy would rub on it. Like my elbow was, it was up.
He
It was on top of my
dislocated. It was out.
tricep.
It was out.
Like it came
And
up.
it was still in his skin, but it was just out.
Yeah, it just came up
You
on
didn't-
top of my tricep. So I pulled it down and got it back in place. But Amy would just rub it every night. She would just, and it hurt
Soft
like
tissue
it
was
hurt like a
really
son of a gun.
damaged.
But she would put the salve on in the muscle gel, and she would just push it and push it and push it. And I was probably back up and running in about 30 days. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, for granted, I mean,
It felt a little wishy. It felt a little.
It was a little-
loosey-
it was a
little
loosey-goosey.
for a little bit.
but I didn't have to take any medicine. I didn't take anything at all, and
Oh, Charity.
I was able to do it.
That's wonderful.
Able to
Charity's
do it
mom
with the
loves
with the
sap.
products that we have. So,
Yeah,
that- that's-
it was awful. It was not good. It was not good. It was awful.
but we did it all with our products, which was awesome. So it's definitely a proof source. My body is definitely a proof source for our products. I could tell you stories on top of stories of how our products have helped me out with getting myself where I need to be.
True.
And the very last one, which this is one I enjoy because I love going in the water. I love being in the water, and I have heard from so many people, and I've seen from Amy's mother, the benefits that this does to your skin.
For the love of flowers. Yes.
So this is for the Love of Flowers body oil.
And the glow up too.
It's two ounces, and it's 250 milligrams of CBD, full spectrum goodness in this. But this right here, buddy, if you're just like getting out of the water, just a few squirts is good to go. It's great for your beard. It's great for just anywhere. Like, it's really good, and it doesn't have a real. Please don't think it's a bad thing, but it doesn't have like a real female smell to it. It's not like
It's like gender neutral kind of.
There you go. It's not like screaming roses at you. Like,
No,
you know,
no,
I can
no.
put it on and
It's
not be
super
like
floral. It's
I
kinda
don't smell like I'm just
like
coming
a-
out of the rose garden. But it's a great product, and it's oil based, so it does stay on you. But the longer it stays on you, the more it's working. That's how I always look at it. It's not coming off because it's working good. So, again, this is our first body care product, I think, after the
I believe
salve,
it was.
after the
I
salve,
believe it
but
was.
the
Yep.
first
I
oil
think
one.
you're right.
So, but this is a great one, and again, we're working at getting this.
What?
I thought we were about to get banned.
Why?
I thought to get 1 hour.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh gosh.
But we're working. We're going to make this better. We're going to actually work on extracting the flour, so the rose and all the flour in our subcritical CO2 machine, so we can have a much higher potency flour of
But right now,
flour
it's
going
we do
into
a
it.
really good job with
It's
it.
a great potency now, but we just make it better, and we're always trying to make things better. So
It's
we're
tanning
going.
oil.
Oh,
Mallory says it's tanning.
Mallory, I like it.
It's a little
Everything all
weird.
right? Okay. But that's the for the love or for the Love of Flowers body oil. So that was the last one we'll talk about on the body care products. I don't know.
Body
I
care
have,
product. And we can
I
talk
have-
about the main squeeze real
Oh, we
quickly.
talk about the main
Main
squeeze.
squeeze. This is our lotion. This is our body lotion. So this is like a little less. It's not as thick as the body cream, but it's still great, and it's very moisturizing. It's great. I like to use it, whenever I get out of this. I like to use it when I get out of the shower. Or like what I'll do with this, I keep it in my car. So in the wintertime, I keep it in my car, and so whenever I feel like I'm washing my hands a lot more in the wintertime, just because I'm more paranoid in the wintertime. So I get in my car, and I just, I use my hand sanitizer, and then I keep this in my door, and I just squirt that on my hands back and rub it in real quickly. It doesn't make my steering wheel all greasy, but that's how I use that. And plus, my skin just gets drier in the winter, so I just keep a bottle in my car.
There you go.
That's my
And
that's my
she'll tell me,
testimony.
like, we go get in the car, and she'll be like, hey, will you hand me that? Will you hand me that glow up in the door?
Oh, you can't.
See,
Not,
I
not
just do it every
glow
time.
up. It's
Or
the
main
main
squeeze. I'm
squeeze.
sorry,
It's
you hand me the main squeeze.
will you hand me now, my main squeeze isn't in a pretty bottle. I got like the beta test
She has
bottle.
the
It's
beta
like-
test version.
It's not very pretty, but it's
not
okay.
pretty,
It's the
but it
same
works.
product, and I love it. It smells really good. It smells, again, it's a little citrusy, so it smells kind of like summer, and it puts me in a happy mood. Well, I can't. It's got a little seal on this one, but I still smell it. It puts me in a happy mood because it's got a little, summery smell. And when we're deep in the winter like this, I need all the.
She needs all the love and attention she can get.
Hey, one thing we can also discuss real quickly is
do it.
our free.
So,
One end of the spectrum, the A flower.
the A flower. So again, let me just talk about the A flower one more time. If we have new people out there, but we did have the A flower up on the Shopify site under A flower. However, Shopify changed their policy and went in and deleted that off of our page. So we're building out a new website that's going to have the A flower on it, as well as our A vapes and our blends. We will have the A flower hopefully launched tomorrow, and the vape should be on there by the beginning of next week. You'll be able to find that new site on our header or in our link tree or in the emails that we send out for customer service, our newsletters. It'll be in there. But we do apologize about that happening. Again, it was out of our control. We had no saying in it. So we just knew it was taken down.
S. Bransky, I'm just joining. Hey, I love. Oh, well, did you hear
S.
what he said?
Bransky, so hopefully you heard what I had to say. We'll have it back up on the website tomorrow, a new website. It's going to be kind of like our outlaw website, we'll call it, the outlaw series or whatever. Even though it's legal with the 2018 Farm Bill, we have to do what we have to do. And not getting you all the goodness is not an option, so we were figuring out a way to do it, and we'll have it there tomorrow.
Yes.
All right.
That's exciting.
But coming from the A flower, and then again, I was in the military, and we are here in Asheville, and I think in Asheville, that like one of the largest professions in Asheville is medical in the healthcare industry. And we always get asked all the time, is that, do you guys have anything for anybody who has to take a drug test? What if we have to take a urinalysis? Is there anything we can take that's not going to cause us to fail that urinalysis? So we came up with our tea-free gummies. So these are basically these are broad spectrum gummies made with several cannabinoids that lacks any THC. So there is no THC that's going to cause you to fail any drug test. So if you are a doctor or a nurse, if you're a first responder, if you have a CDL driver's license, these right here are going to give you all the goodness without any of the THCA, so you don't have to worry about failing a drug test.
What's up, Aaron Tice?
What's up, Aaron? So we have the THCA again. This is great for anybody who has to take the test, or is under the rigmarole of being tested, to make sure that you don't use any of this goodness. But these are a great way to get the cannabinoids and feel the benefits of it without having the THC available. So really grateful for this. This is something we worked hard on.
Yes.
It took several months for this one, but really glad we got this, because there's a lot of people out there that want to get the benefit of this goodness, but are subject to getting tested. So this will allow you to enjoy it without being worried about failing a test.
Hey, Aaron. Let's see here. Not quite sure why. Tanning oil.
We want tanning oil.
Oh, we want tanning oil. Do we want self tanner, or do we want like sunscreen, like with?
I would like a tanning oil.
Like with a little sunscreen in it, or are we saying like just
my uncle my cousin,
iodine?
whatever. This was before I met Amy and Lauren, but I lived down in Columbia, and my cousin would always call me Dylan. He would say I would put on this daggone oil, that Hawaiian Tropics body oil.
like negative sunscreen.
Yeah, it was oil. He would call me. He would say I look like the Silver Surfer.
Oh my gosh! You need to get a skin test. You need to get a skin evaluation. Anyway, I'm concerned about it.
Whatever.
You got a couple places on your back that need to be
I figured they'll just
inspected.
fall off.
Ah,
But tanning oil is great, and especially my moles that I have on my back that are suspect will definitely fall off if I tanning oil them.
we'll just
and
put some
burn 'em up.
compound W on them.
But that is a great idea, and Amy and Lauren and team love to come up with some summer stuff on the oil side, so that could be.
That's a little
one that-
trickier. I have looked into it, and it's a little trickier.
The sunscreen stuff is really tricky because.
Dylan says thanks for the call out, brother.
Oh, Dylan?
Dylan Burrow.
Oh, he said something?
Thanks for the call out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Thanks,
that's my cousin.
Aaron. Would you like some
He's in the
merch?
chat
If
right
we
now.
got you some
Where
merch,
at?
Aaron,
On
would you rep
Facebook?
it?
Oh, Dylan.
I'll,
What's up, Dylan?
What size are you, Aaron?
And then Carolyn Gillespie says love you, cuz.
Oh,
hey, Carolyn.
How's it going?
So great to see you, Carolyn. And that's my cousin Dylan. I'll tell you
Oh
what.
my gosh,
Tell
the
the story
cousin.
about-
Yeah, I was
Cousins
telling the
are in
story
the
about my cousin
house.
Dylan.
Cousins,
Well, shit,
Aaron.
Dylan, I had no idea.
Aaron, reach out to customer service at Ross.farm and we'll send you something.
And my buddy Dylan, since Dylan's on here, Dylan, I'm going to send you some gummy bears.
Aaron and I went to a dance together, or two. Did we go to 2 dances together, Aaron? I know we went to the one dance.
Aaron, I'm sorry if you went to 2. You should have learned after the first one.
High school's a blur. High school's a little bit of a blur, Aaron. No, Aaron's good people. We're good friends. We had some
Well, that's so great.
good times.
I love seeing Dylan
Excel.
on there.
All
That's so
right.
wonderful. Great to see you, Dylan. I hope all's well. Happy New Year to you and Chris and all the kids. I hope you all doing great.
Do you want a beanie, Aaron?
We're out of the palm beanie. Someone wants to know when the mustard palm beanie would be coming
Oh,
back.
the mustard palm beanie, that might be, I don't know, maybe February. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
At the prom. All right, so let's go. I'm going to talk about a few more of these
I have to hit the
candies.
road, though,
We got 4 more minutes. So I have to shut that off.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
But if you want to,
No,
now,
you're perfect.
but we are getting to the end of it. But again, I'm really glad we just kind of got to talk. It was really nice to just talk about all these things and not be worried about getting shut off or getting zapped or tased or all the things that happen all the time. So it was really cool just to get on here and talk about our products
gosh, I know.
without being
TikTok,
terrified
we
of
have to,
saying
like-
something wrong. So it's really cool.
We're not on TikTok, so hopefully Instagram doesn't, like, tomorrow we don't come up on our Instagrams.
But please let me know if you guys do watch this. If this is something that you do like, let me know. I don't know that we want to, if I have to take an hour, or I'm happy to get on once a week or do some YouTube videos. like on specific product lines and take more time talking about each one of them, if that would be beneficial to you, let me know what you guys would like, and we'd be happy to do it. I just don't want to do something if it's not beneficial to you guys or waste your time, with information that you're not going to use. So
I think we need to see you. We need a demo of you using the A flower. We need
Oh,
to
I
see the
definitely-
effects of when Jesse uses the A flower.
I'm just the same as I am right now, really. I might talk a little less. That's about it.
People are saying more Q&As and they want to see YouTube.
Okay.
Tune in YouTube. All right, well, we will do that for sure. That's something
We'll
we've been
do
talking
it.
about
We
for
used
a
to do
hot
some.
minute.
We will. We'll do it. We'll do it.
But thanks everybody for joining us. It's just great to sit here and
Charity.
just kind of talk and just take it easy and just let everybody know what's going on with some of the things that we aren't able to readily discuss on TikTok while we're on doing our lives on TikTok.
Carol, thanks for hanging out with us, y'all. We really appreciate you.
And is that Carol? That's Carolyn. That's so cool that she's on there.
Who?
That's really cool. Carolyn Gillespie.
Oh, okay. Well, no, Carol, like
minutes.
Karyl too. Also.
Yeah. That's great
Yes,
to see everybody.
yeah,
on
my
there.
cousin too. Absolutely.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna jump off here. It's right at 5 o'clock. But thanks for joining us. Thanks for just hanging out with us and let us go through some of our products. What we'll do is get all the information from you all, and what I'll probably do is come up with like product lines and maybe put something like that up on YouTube, so we can just talk about like skincare, an hour about skincare, an hour about combustibles, an hour about this, an hour about
We have
that.
so much flour,
and-
and we just don't even hit on. We have
We
so
don't ever get to talk about
much
it.
flour, you guys, and we don't ever talk about it. And it's such a beautiful flour that we've grown. It's so nice, and we need. Yeah.
It's unbelievable the things that we can't talk about, and to be able to talk about it with you guys now is really awesome, because whenever Lauren and them are on the TikToks,
On the TikToks.
it's hard for them to discuss it. So I see all the questions all the time. Talk about this, but we have our tongues in a mousetrap. We can't say much about it. So it's cool to have these moments to do that. And last thing I'll touch on is that the affiliate program, we are getting very, very close to getting that thing finished up. Be expecting an email. What do you think, Lauren?
That's Mike.
Say in a week. Hopefully getting an email in a week. We talked about today. So for certain by February 1st, it'll be turned back on. And we're planning to do a beta test with some of the affiliates that I've reached out to over the year to reach out to them and see if they can work out any bugs with us. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks, we'll have the beta test going, and then February 1st, we'll be able to roll out the whole entire program. So thank you all so much for everything. We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the support. And without you, we couldn't do this. So thank you so much.
Woo-hoo.
Have a great
Bye,
afternoon.
everybody. Have fun.